Morning. Thanks for joining me again. Just out for a short walk today. Got a bit of a bad back from demolishing a rather large garden shed, but I'll be alright. So with the roar of the A6 bypass, which you can probably hear in the background, I've just parked up near Buxworth, just above Buxworth and just below Chinley, and I'm heading out on a as I say, quite a shortish walk, only about 6 miles or something like that, but it's an interesting one because it takes in Buxworth Basin, and we'll see a bit of the Peak Forest Tramway as was, and then down to the village of Whaley Bridge, and then cutting off and heading back up to Eccles Pike. So yeah, it'll be a nice one. Why not stick with me, see what I see along the way. So as soon as we drop down from the Chinley Road, you soon come onto the line of the Peak Forest Tramway and head down towards Buxworth. Now this was a horse and gravity tramway that was completed in 1796, same year as the Peak Forest Canal was completed. The tramway was 6 miles long and stretched from Buxworth Basin up to Dove Holes, and it was used to transport limestone and minerals down to the terminus of the canal to be transported on by a narrowboat. And you might think, well, why didn't they just build the canal to the you know, to where it was needed at the quarries? And I don't know for sure, but I suspect that once you kind of get beyond this point and you're over the you know, into the White Peak proper, that the ground is too porous and there's not enough headwater to reliably feed the canal. So this was the logical solution. There's very few signs of remains really of the old tramway. There's a few small bridges, as I've just shown you. A bridge over the river here, and I believe there's a small section of kind of embankment and buttress up in Chapel on Frith. But as you get down into Buxworth Basin, they've restored some sections as they've restored the whole area, and you can see some of the stone beds that were used to lay the cast iron tracks onto. So hopefully show you some of those too. Just coming down to the Navigation pub now, and this is where the tracks would have arrived down into Buxworth Basin, and I can see already the track beds. I think it was originally laid as a single track but I can see two sets of track beds here. Obviously there would have been sidings as well for the wagons, but presumably eventually they doubled up the track beds right out to Dove Holes. This is a really interesting area to explore all around the basin. It's been restored from a completely silted up place where no boats could reach during my lifetime, and yeah, it's fantastic now. As I say, you can still see those stone track beds going down to the bays where the boat's moored up. Right then, onwards to the village of Whaley Bridge. So the Peak Forest Canal is just under 15 miles long, and it terminates, or it starts at Duckenfield near Ashton-under-Lyne, and the two terminating points are at Buxworth Basin, where we've just been, and the village of Whaley Bridge, which we're just arriving at in a short way. I suspect the reason for the water being pumped back in out of the river there is Toddbrook Reservoir, which is just up there. You may have heard of it. It breached a few years ago, and they're doing an awful lot of work on it to repair the dam and reinforce it and all of that sort of thing, so they've probably got to come up with alternative ways of feeding water back into the canal. going to skirt through the kind of the back of Whaley Bridge now and keep away from the main road if possible. Now this lovely bridge is the start of the what's it called now? Is it the? I'll put it up on the screen. It's the Peak District Railway proper that went right across the Peak District, and you can see the trackways and the beautiful cast iron work of the bridge. I did another video tracking some of the route of this railway. I'll put a link into that below as well. So, as I mentioned in the other video, this railway had a number of inclined planes where the wagons were dragged up the steeper slopes by chains, and this one is the first of those. Just as you exit that section of the railway bed, I've taken a left up Bings Road, and then just a short way up the hill, right up this footpath. I hope you're enjoying this. It's that's exactly out in the wilds of nowhere, but it's just a really enjoyable, history-filled walk with all the industrial archaeology around us. But we'll be shortly heading up to Eccles Pike as well, so we should get some nice views, all being well. So nice view down behind me over Whaley Bridge and across to Toddbrook Dam, which I mentioned earlier was the one that breached a few years back. And we're just starting to head out onto more open countryside now as we start to climb up towards Eccles Pike. So after climbing up past one absolutely stunning farmhouse, you can't miss it, it's huge. We then drop down, come out at another rather lovely building and do a quick right left jink onto a minor country track that takes us the last stretch up to Eccles Pike. Now we're starting to get a view way up onto Ladder Hill, round down over Coombs Reservoir and up onto Coombs Edge and across Coombs Moss. Lovely. So there we have it, top of Eccles Pike. I think it's 370 metres. It's really spectacular panoramic views out over Chinley Churn to Kraken Edge, way over Kinder Scout, and then back behind me the view I showed you earlier of Coombs Reservoir and out beyond. Yeah, lovely up here. Way in that direction you can see over to down to Whaley Bridge, and then away in the distance across Stockport to Manchester. Lovely. Right, bad planning means it's too early for lunch, so I'm just going to set off down the opposite side and pick my way down until we pick up the path that meanders back down towards Buxworth, back to the van. Just heading down away from Eccles Pike now on a nice bridle way. Gives fantastic views up to Kraken Edge. So yeah, spoiling you on this walk. Hilltop views, canal basins, horse-drawn tramways, ancient disused railways, you name it, you've had a bit of everything. But no, it's a really interesting little walk, this one. Enjoying it. Show you a sign of spring. Woohoo! Springtime is here. It is nice to see though. Lifts the spirits. Just over in the other direction you've got Mount Famine and South Head, which have featured in some of my other videos. Sorry folks, I'm driving, can't check the pubs out. And just down the hill from those pubs, you'll see a sign to pick up the tramway again, and we head off down there. And even along there you can still see some signs of the track beds. Big mill pool just to the right of the path there. Not sure what mill was here. Does look like there's some sort of industry still going on here. See what it is. Quite a big vinyl compounds factory. It looks like it's been an old mill in its day. There's a lot of new add-ons, but right in the middle of it there's a big old brick chimney. Looks like it's got kind of cast iron sort of reinforcements around it. I didn't really stop to show you because I couldn't get a clear view of it. Right, well, soon left the industry behind. Just got the noise from the A6, but I've just got a short section of this tramway to complete, and then pick my way back up to the Chinley Road, and that's where I've parked. So if you've stuck with me this far, thank you very much for watching. It is very much appreciated, and if you've enjoyed it, hope you don't mind giving it a bit of a thumbs up, and maybe even considering subscribing. But I'm going to leave you there and wish you all the best, and I will hopefully see you on another video very soon. Cheers now folks, goodbye.